Platinum Motion checking in. We got a special guest today. He got his own podcast, his own trucking business, about to start a new podcast. I could say he a real OG that had a lot of niggas following behind him doing his thing. And a lot of people don't know this, but he was like known with a lot of y'all favorite artists today that is on. Like he played some roles in it, or just even being around them. I like to introduce y'all to Crazy C. What's going on, my brother?
A trillion is the goal.
Facts.
What it do?
Man, how you doing today? How you feeling?
Feeling alright. I had to pay some bills. It made me a little sad.
Boy, it seemed like that first of the month came quick. No bullshit, though.
Yeah.
It seemed like I just paid my bills,
As soon
man.
as you get your big check, that's when the ball of bills come.
Trying
you be
to.
like, damn, I made it.
Fact. Man, I don't know. Hopefully YouTube start running them checks, man.
Yeah,
Start
sure.
paying the team. But yeah, we here today. I just want to talk about your beginning, where you started from, and where you headed to. So I appreciate you, being my first, and you my first actual, influencer that I got to do an interview with. So I appreciate that for real.
Appreciate it.
All right, so let's talk about where you from, where you was born.
I was born at Grady, Atlanta, Georgia.
Grady, baby.
Yeah, Grady, baby. I moved to the south side. I had a little situation. My mom had a little situation. She went to prison and, we scattered out a little bit. So I moved to the south side, College Park.
Hold up, you said your mom went to prison? See, a lot of people don't like go through stuff like that. How was that growing up? Like, it seems like you had to grow up early, or you kind of get exposed to stuff like that, so it makes you have to grow up quicker, I must say.
Nah, I mean, my uncle got me. So my uncle, he was older, like an uncle. Like, watched Braves and shit, watched TV. Like, he went, but he was a hard-working man, but he got me.
He was kind of like the father figure.
Yeah.
If you're not saying like your dad, but
No, yeah. He was a father figure. He was a good person. Then when I moved back with my mom like third grade.
So you that's just like y'all really just connecting, like meeting up.
No, I knew her. Like I would go over there, kick it with her weekends, but
Okay.
I lived with my uncle, but I moved back officially in third grade.
Okay. So what high school did you go to?
Lovejoy.
Lovejoy?
Yeah.
Man, how was that? Because Lovejoy, that's a different type of area, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you would get out when you hear the name Lovejoy,
Sounds happy.
right, I don't want to move to that bullshit. That sounds like, Happy Town or some shit. But when you go down there and you see what's going on, just Clayton County, I say the South Side in general, like, it's a difference from, like, Atlanta South Side and ClayCo. That South Side.
South of Atlanta.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So tell us the difference between, because you lived in both.
Yeah.
South side.
Living in Atlanta, I was a kid, so it ain't like I experienced no hardships, man. When I was young, let's say like 5 to whatever, through my elementary years, I was in College Park off Flat Shoals, and my middle school years, I was off Oakley Road in Union City. Then I moved to Clayton County. In my high school years, when I got there, I thought my mama hit the lottery.
It do like, feel different. Like,
she got a nice house and stuff. So
we got a
and
front
from where
yard.
we come from, where we come from, it's like she hit the lottery to my eyes. You know what I'm saying? It was like you get to pick your own room and stuff like that. And,
so who was the first people you ended up running into moving to ClayCo?
My boy G and Therese and my boy E. He go by Eric. Then, far as and those are the people that live in my neighborhood. Nick, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't leaving the neighborhood. Then, like a couple months in, I got tired of my neighborhood. My neighborhood was boring. You know what I'm saying? So I started going up Bonanza and Hunter Ridge to hang out. Yeah. And that's when I meet my homies, OPJ, Montana, Slim J. Slim J, Tom Tom, whatever you want to call him.
And that was the 23.
Razor. That was what?
Was that 23 when y'all came together? Or?
No, that was Mob 3.
That was Mob 3.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between 23 and Mob 3?
Well, Mob 3 started, like I say, I was rapping, and I looked up to Tupac. And the way I broke down Mob 3 was, it stood for 3 things. So it was like MOB to the third power type thing. So it had the 3, the little bitty 3. You know how you do to the third power?
Right.
So it stood for money over bitches, making our bread and minding our business. So it stood for 3 different things. My homies on Flint they were just MOB at the time. And a lot of people thought 2-3 stood for 2 threes, like Mob 3, 2.
I thought that. I did think that too.
But it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? But that was just on our side, people thought that. So they was like, oh, they didn't connect it, blah, blah, blah. At this time, we weren't beefing with niggas. We was whooping ass, but we weren't beefing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Started off as a rap group, like almost every group.
Yeah.
Started getting into it with niggas. Niggas thought they was gonna come down there and, you know, try to handle us.
Hey, a lot of people don't know, but you were the first one to go viral. Everybody talking that viral shit. Your name alone went viral just through the South Side. So how did you feel? We're not going to say their names, but how did you feel when I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When they got on that camera and said your name popping shit, like everybody knew who Crazy C was after that.
Yeah. I went to see about him, but nobody wanted to fight me.
Just popping.
I put it up on everybody in that video.
That was crazy.
Nobody can't deny that.
If you know that video, we know that video.
I put up on whoever in that video. I put up on.
Gotcha.